Sam Wilding, Bali Visit, Part 4. Today we set off for Bunga village. I should explain when I say we that I mean Komang, Allan, James Anthony, David Booth and I. James is a volunteer English teacher who's worked for the East Bali Poverty Project for a year. And Bunga was the first village to have a school in 1999. David Booth MBE realised that if he could get community consent and involvement in education in this first village, that there might be a chance to do the same thing elsewhere. Here is David Booth himself talking about the area and the initial problems he faced.
All the other villages in Bali, you'll typically have a maximum of 4 sub-villages, but a maximum of 2 adat, which is traditional backgrounds.
Yeah.
Different roots they've come from. As you say, like maybe in Scotland you say as a clan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right? So this has got 19, so it's unique. And when I started in 1998, not one interacted with another.
So
they were enemies. I always compare it to maybe the wars between England and France, England, Scotland before Hadrian's Wall. Then you well, they were like that. They knew the boundary exactly of their village. Imaginary, they say, oh yeah, this is. There's no pegs there. There's no wall.
They just
there.
knew.
They know it.
That tree or whatever.
Yeah.
We met a family who obviously had amazing respect for David, and he was almost in tears when they invited him to their daughter's wedding. The girl, Susi, was part of the East Bali Poverty Project's first illiterate student intake. This was in Bunga on the 31st of August 1999. And her father was one of the first local tutors. David taught her father how to use techniques that were really interactive and engaging. Her mother, who came to our vehicle as we arrived in Bunga, is the school cook. Trained by Komang, the East Bali Poverty Project headquarters leader, she learned good hygiene, sanitation and how to cook vegetables she had never even seen of or heard of before. Even now, all the children are provided with a daily nutritious lunch, accompanied by a glass of fortified milk and a multivitamin tablet. Around 10 elementary school students were studying social sciences when we explained where we came from and a little about our different cultures. Differences in our cattle, our art, our dances, everything really. In the next class, which was a junior high class, David took this conversation a step further and asked me if I would demonstrate some highland dancing. Well, I'm not sure how accurate it was, but it certainly gave the children a good laugh. Then a girl about 13 stood up and began to do a traditional Balinese dance. This was unbelievable. Here she is. In the next class, the children wanted to talk more about clans, which are called adats in Indonesian. They also wanted to see an example of a Scottish kilt. Now, the closest word they could find in Indonesian for kilt was rock, which means frock in English. Not the best maybe example, but hey-ho. But anyway, I passed round some paper kilts made by Christie Park School, and the Balinese children's faces lit up. After another few classes, where the children found Scotland on a big map of the world, I was asked for another embarrassing Highland dance performance, and was rewarded this time with a Balinese battle dance, called a Warayuda, the war dance. This was performed by 4 young lads who again probably just had the edge on me.
Biasanya pakai domba.
After the school, we were taken to another brilliant East Bali Poverty Project initiative, the Daya Bamboo Learning and Development Centre. When the area was eventually opened up to the rest of Bali with the introduction of a road, all the indigenous bamboo, until then pretty inaccessible, was cut down until there was none left. Bamboo is used for construction, weaving, charcoal, and a multitude of other uses, so it was very important to do something about this. The Bamboo Centre grows around 20 different species of bamboo and shows the local people how to get the best results from planting and harvesting in a sustainable way. They even have a process that hardens the bamboo and makes it much more durable and resistant to insect attack. I'm pictured here with Komang, our guide and driver, great guy. He's in the far left. Then there's Allan, owner of Leader Publishing, and Kuduk, the bamboo expert. Features and creatures. Today's feature is this map of Bali. It shows the main areas of the island, including the 4 highest volcanoes, Sanggang, Musi, Batur, and of course Agung. In the south of the island, the beaches are very busy with tourists from Australia and other areas, but the beach next to our volunteer house is very quiet. It has black volcanic sand, and there are lots of colourful fishing boats that go out at night to catch tuna and shrimp. The creature I'm going to talk about today actually whacked against my head while I was outside the volunteer house eating dinner. It's a female atlas beetle. It was like being hit with a golf ball, as it measured about 6 centimetres. Thank goodness it wasn't a male. They can grow twice as big as that. It could have knocked me out. The male also has a pair of giant horns protruding from its head. Yuck. At the volunteer house, our toilet is outside, so one other gross but true fact is that it's very important to shake the toilet seat and check it carefully before sitting down. There are a few species of poisonous spider out in the woods which make it a bit scary when you go to the loo. And today's Indonesian phrases are Nama saya, which means my name is, and also saya dari, which means I'm from. So until next time, bye for now.